Hello, everyone. I'm Keisha.
And I'm T'Yanna Chapin, and welcome to Raw Talk Media.
Where there are no boundaries,
no filters,
just real talk.
All right, today we are going to talk about dating. I mean, 2005. I hope dating gets better, but
2025.
Yes, 2025. Yeah. I just hope dating gets better, but I thought it'll be a good thing to talk about it because, Lakeisha, you're going on a date.
I'm dating right now, and I know that T'Yanna is taking a little while to get to this side of things, but
definitely,
I've been in the dating pool for a long time. Let me tell you, these are murky waters. and so we were just talking about not too long ago what you think about like dating and like what do you want to know when you're starting to get to know someone. Like, do you want to know how many kids they have? Do you want to know what kind of job they do? Do you want to know, do we ask income? Like,
I know, but like when you go on a date with somebody, do you tell them that you have a child?
I do not.
No,
I don't tell them.
Why?
I don't. If it's an option to post it on my profile, I don't post it on my profile.
Really?
Because
why?
My daughter is 17 years old, so my daughter's a little older. I'm not looking for a father figure, but I've definitely talked to a few groups of people, and they definitely want to know. So I do feel like there are some situations that fizzled out because once I gave them my Instagram, they saw that I had a kid. I mean, because they knew what I looked like. I mean, we had FaceTime, we had seen each other, we had talked to each other, and I just think that, I was like, I didn't tell him that.
But do you think there's nothing wrong with it?
I think, so my theory is I want to go on a date with him. I want to see what the vibe is like before I say that. And I've been on dates where we both were like, holding back until like someone brought it up, but his kid was significantly younger. His kid actually wasn't even born.
No, not the kid in the womb.
Yeah, the kid wasn't even born. Like the kid was doing like 6 weeks, and I was like, no, mine is like a teenager. But I see now that maybe that is something that should be disclosed. I think some men
should. Here's my like I'm newly divorced and I'm just not looking to date. Like I just feel like I was married for 8 years and it was a very long marriage, and now I feel like I'm just trying to figure out like who I am. I feel like when you're in a marriage, sometimes you compromise and you kind of lose yourself. So I'm in a part where I'm just trying to figure out what I want for myself. Yeah. However, if I am on a dating app and you do not have that you have a kid there, what are you hiding? That is just the weirdest thing. I feel like Aria, like my daughter's name's Aria, she is like my pride and joy. And when I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, yeah, I have a kid. Her name's Aria. She's number one. Because you need to know what you're doing. But also, too, I guess, like, what are your intentions for dating? Like, what are you looking for? Like, I'm
definitely looking for a lifetime partner. I'm in my later 30s and I'm not playing around. Like I don't want to date just to continue dating. So I definitely want to find somebody that can lead to being a husband, a provider. And so this might sound also like, and this is why you have to have different perspectives because I don't want anybody that has a kid. That's not a deal breaker, but
hold it. Wait.
I sound real horrible.
Wait, Lakeisha. Okay. Okay. You guys. Okay. I feel like if you have, like, when I was single and I was on dating apps, I was like, I do not want to date nobody with kids. So that's why I'm like pretty adamant if I want to date with you and you're like, yeah, my son. Wait, stop. You have a son? Dude, you should have told me that before. I would never ask you because I would have never even talked to you because I don't have kids and I don't want to make kids. However, now I'm in a life like I have a child. So I don't mind that other person have a child. Actually, I kind of want that person to have a child because I don't want to have any more kids. And I don't want him to think he's going to get something out of this.
Yeah. You know? Oh, yeah, I guess that does make sense.
So you got to think about that. Like, so I just don't see, like, how do you set these standards for yourself that you don't want to date somebody with kids, but you want them to date you and you have kids?
I don't know. Because Sanaya is so older, like older in age, Sanaya is my daughter's name, and I feel like she's not going to be involved in any of the steps of dating. I don't think
she's a huge part of your life.
I know she's a huge part of my life, but I just don't think, and just because of her personality, she don't want to be like, she is anti me dating, like, and I think that's why it's taken so long to get comfortable with dating. She's previously just lived with her dad for the first time, so I just have started like saying I'm going to find a partner for sure. But before, it's always been hard because she does not want me to date. Like she's
against you, like dating at
and
all.
the very few, I think one or two guys she has met, she has been the meanest little rat. And so I just.
But how do you expect to look for a life partner and don't have them interacting with your child? That's a big part of your life. And if the engagement between, especially if you want a provider, like you got to think about this. Like, I mean, coming from myself, like I was married and I see the interaction, how that person in your life plays a big interaction with your child. So if you are thinking, oh, I'm going to date this guy, but he's not going to have any interaction with your child, how's he really dating you? Because you're that she's a big part of you.
I don't really think about it because I've been independent so long that and she's getting ready to go to college and she stays with her dad for a large part of the time. So I just never really think, okay, you're not going to be moving in with me anytime soon. So I guess I'm thinking in a 2-year span, like mind frame, in which my daughter will be off to college. Well, she definitely will be going to college.
So when you're dating, what are your standards when it comes to dating? Like, are you dating because you're trying to hook up? Not to be in your business like that.
No, I'm dating for marriage. I'm dating for marriage for sure. I want to find somebody that I can be with long term. But I guess because this is so new to me, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It's just, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm glad that we're rifting this off, because I think all of this has been like up here.
Yeah. And okay, because like I just feel like when I date, like so this is my plan. Like I don't really have like I don't feel I'm at the point where I want to date, but I do have a vision board. Yes, I do the vision. You guys don't come after me, but I just feel like my vision is like the next person I date. Like it's gonna be steps. Like I'm not dating just to date. So like you need to understand that Aria is part of my life. She is number one. And whoever comes in and like you guys' interaction needs to be great. However, you're not gonna meet my kid the first 6 months of us dating. Yeah. Because I personally think that like you need to show me that I need to see to kind of see you show up for me and say, okay, this is what this person like. I need to see your personality. I need to meet your friends. And then once I feel comfortable, first off, I'm going to have a conversation with her father.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be like, hey, I'm dating this guy. I want you to meet him. And honestly, this is what I want someone else to do me. Because if he's going to be in Aria's life and he's going to be my boyfriend and he's going to be around her, I want her to meet his father because, I mean, like, he's not a deadbeat dad. Like, he is actively involved in her life. Yeah. And, like, meet him. Like, our marriage didn't work, but we're business partners and our business is Aria. Yeah. So then he'll meet him and, we'll introduce. And then after we have that conversation, I'm going to introduce him to Aria. But there's not going to be sleepovers at my house. Like, no, we're not doing sleepovers because I'm looking for a husband.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, so dating, what is a good first date? Like, what would you want someone to do for you? Or, like, would you want to plan the date? Would you want them to plan the date?
I think a first date is not really a date. It's a meet and greet. Like, let's stop talking about this dating. Like, I really think we need to start saying we're doing a meet and greet because I see so many people on the internet like, oh, I went on a first date. This girl brought her friend. Well, she wanted me to buy this meal. She wanted steak and lobster. I think that's because we're all in this consumption like we're dating. No, you don't take anyone on a date unless you know who their personalities are and you have been with them. So, like, for me, a meet and greet, let's go for coffee. Yeah. Meet me at a coffee shop. Great. Let's meet me at a park. Let's walk. Because, I mean, anyone can spend money, but, I mean, that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking to get to know that person. And the best way to get to know that person is we're walking, we're talking, we're engaging, we're doing activities. Yeah. Because you can tell a lot from somebody when you're on a walk with them or you're having coffee with them or if you're in a public setting. So say if we sometimes you know how like downtown they do like the first of the month there's this Pioneer Square, we live in Seattle, Washington. Pioneer Square does this thing where it's the art walk. The first Tuesday of the month, you can go for art walk, and you're just seeing all these different artists, and you're walking down Pioneer Square. They have like all these venues. That's like a really good interaction date for me because now I'm seeing how you talk to other people. Like it shows me your character, and then that way I can get to know you. So then, like if we both are vibing, we're liking each other, we're figuring out. You know, maybe he's one of you, and he like doesn't tell me he has a kid. And as we're walking, he's like, "Yeah, my son Xavier, we're doing good."
Yeah.
Hey, where'd you pop that out of? You know?
Yeah. I love that idea because I honestly want somebody, and it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be like an expensive restaurant. Like I just want somebody that plans it well, and that's what my dad's always told me. He's like, if a man goes out of his way and plans a date and puts a lot of thought and energy into it, doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be something where you can get to know each other, where you guys can really see each other's like personalities. Then like that's a good date.
Yeah.
Or meet and greet.
A meet and greet. Like, no, I don't want you spending any money on me. I want it's just a meet and greet. We're walking, we're talking, we're doing
I don't mind if you spend money on
and
me.
I mean, yeah, I mean, eventually, but I just feel like I'm independent. I'm not dating for money. I have my own, but I definitely want somebody to be financially, but those are the conversations we're having. Like, hey, like and then everything's good, let's do this again. And if he's feeling it, then I will expect him to take me out on a date.
Yeah.
That's when and then, you know what? Can we leave the 50-50? Let's talk about that. Because can we leave the 50-50 in 2024? Because anybody who's dating a real man is never, ever going to tell you, let's go half on the bill.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I'll pay the whole bill and then I'll walk away and call it a day. Like, we're not doing that.
I won't go 50-50, but I will offer to pay if I know I'm never going to see them again. Like, if I know that it's gone horrible the whole time, I'll be like, we can split it. That's the only time where I want you to know. Like, that is I'm not probably going to call you after. I'm probably going to ghost you. But, like, that lets you know.
But I don't know. Like I'm in my villain era right now, and my color is pink. So like, if it's not going right, I'm just getting up.
Yeah,
I'm not wasting your time. You're wasting mine, and I'm getting up. I'm getting up.
I've ever had to walk that date. Now I've been doing this for a long time. I've been single my whole life, so I've definitely had a lot of dates that did not go well. But I have seen them through.
No, it's not going to work out. Why even waste your time?
I have
time
seen
is
them
valuable.
through.
You can't get that back.
And I'm trying to think of where's the worst one. Yeah, the worst one was with a white guy, and and I only prefaced that because there was a reason why I had to. So we were like connecting. We were doing acting. I think we were at an arcade. And we were playing a game, and like for conversation pieces, he would always say like urban slang. So he would be like Flavor Flav, or he'd be like, yeah, we bout it, and like just doing a lot of that. And I was just like, no, honey, like that's not gonna work. And I think that's the only one where I was like borderline, like I really don't want to be here anymore.
So do you have a preference? Do you only date like?
Oh, another date is when a guy was trying to make me drink like the whole time. Like he wouldn't stop. Like I said, I don't want to drink. I'm not gonna drink. I don't drink when I'm on dates. And he went and bought a drink. It was like, I got this for you. And I was like, I'm not drinking it. And this was a high school friend of mine. Like we went to high school together, and I thought like maybe it would pan out because he's really funny and he's attractive, but conversation pieces was not there, and he kept trying to make me drink, and we had to give it to the people next to us. Like it was that bad where I was like, I'm not gonna drink it. You might as well. You drink. He wouldn't drink it, and that's when I really was like,
you trying to roofie you?
I don't know. All I know is he wouldn't drink it. He gave it to the people next to us, and I was like, this date. That is a date where I had to. We met at another spot, and like we couldn't find parking. And then he had come up to my window at a stop sign. I was like, I'm just going to dip right now. But he saw me trying to find parking because I went in 2 separate cars. And he knocks on the window, and I'm like, oh, no. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to call it a night because it was a weeknight. I had to work in the morning. I'm going to call it a night. And he's like, oh, yeah. It was like, he knew. But, yeah, that's the only time where I was like, yeah, I got to go. Like, I'm not trying to drink. What is the obsession?
But what are you looking for in a man? Like, what is your criteria? Like,
tall.
Okay. All right. Let's get the list.
I have swiped left so many times because of the height. Like, I don't know what is going on with society right now where men are just really short.
Really?
And so like, and I'm asking is 6 foot. All I'm like that's the minimum. Like that's my minimum. And so I have brothers. I have a really tall brother and I have an average height brother. And like you could tell even with the build, like one has like a long torso but like shorter legs, and one is just really tall. And so I always have this like, okay, those are decent height guys though. Like I really think
I feel like Lorenzo's height. Look, what is he, like a 5'11"?
I think he's 5'10".
Oh, he's 5'10". Yeah, because he's a little bit taller than me.
Yeah. So I think that they are average height guys, and they are fine. And I would, and you know, fine, but I don't want to go into the 5-footers. I'm sorry, I just can't, because I think a lot of them are always saying they're 6 foot and they're really 5'10".
Because everyone needs to know that first off, in dating apps, I don't know, like, you know, I'm not that seasoned, but I remember it used to be when someone says they're 6 foot, they're really 5'11" or 5'10".
Yeah.
If they say they're 5'10", that means they're 5'8".
Right. True.
They're 5'8".
Yep. If they say they're 5'10", I'm like, done. No, I'm not. So yes, height for me, that they have some kind of faith. Okay. Because I feel like anybody that's tied into a faith or has any kind of like moral compass as far as like what their values and beliefs are, that they are more grounded and like they already have started a foundation where they can, you know, adhere to something, whether it be, you know, just being a spiritual person, whether it's being like, you know, Christian. I really want to find another Christian man.
I think that's a good one, because also too, I feel like faith is big in your family. Your dad used to be a deacon, and like I think that's just like for me, that's number one. I think that's like what I feel like kept my marriage longer than what it is. I mean, like you don't know, like I don't think anyone gets married and think they're going to divorce,
right?
But however, like we were both Christians, and church was like a heavy, like it was like up there. Like our daughter was involved in church. We were involved in church. I think we taught children's church.
You guys almost went to another country, right?
Yeah, like there was like our church did this Israel thing where they literally take you there, and like we were really heavy in the church. And I mean, like right now, I mean, even though we're both not together, we separated from our church, and he found a different church home. I found a different church home, and our daughter, so like we like switch off, so every week, so she still goes to church with her dad, and then she goes to church with me on Saturdays, so on Sundays. So like, I mean, and she wants to go to church. She even talks about it, like I want to go to Bible study, because we used to do everything in a church. So I feel like Christianity is really big, and when you have it, it's best. So like basically height, faith, and what's the other main, like it's like race.
No, any race. I am
multicultural, equal opportunity.
Hey, right. Don't discriminate. Yeah, I've literally connected with so many different races. But swag. I don't know if to call it swag or just like outgo. No, what can I?
You were just talking about it just a minute ago.
I don't know what I would. Confidence.
Okay,
confidence.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you have to think you are like the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, it just means be able, like I have gone on so many dates where they have said they have social anxiety, depression, or like they don't, like they're not able to be in places with like a lot of people. What is going on? Like what?
Girl, I feel like the mental situation out here, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Everyone's on high and anxiety, but I definitely think like confidence is good, because I feel like no one should be in a relationship if you're not mentally together. Yeah. If you're not mentally working on yourself to get better, then how the hell are you gonna bring that over here?
I don't think I'm perfect, but I definitely carry myself like I am. Like I believe it. I believe it in my right. Like I know I have flaws, but you're not gonna know it. Like you will never know it on a date with me. And so when someone tells me they don't have confidence, I'm like, honey, no. So that has been a deal breaker.
So tall, has faith, confidence, and what's the other one? You got to have a 5.
Confidence, faith, just a moral compass. Okay. And I don't know how you gauge that on the first date, but like I would.
But just hope over time.
Yeah, I think I would hope that the person had like a moral compass that had something that grounded them and made them like trustworthy. You know.
Okay. And then what's the last one?
Last one, stability. I won't say what kind of figures you need to have, but I just want stability. I just want somebody that has a career and has worked toward that career for the last at least 5 years. I would hope at our age, you know, that you've been working on it, or you have a goal to work on it. Like, I don't want anybody I have to build up. I don't want anybody.
Oh, girl, it is 2025. No builder bears up in here.
Right? No. You need
and honestly, I feel like we need to stop because I think that's what happens a lot of times in relationships. Why they fail because we're like taking this person. I'm like, oh, I see potential. Yeah, I can fix this. And I feel like as we're trying to mold this person, and we kind of set ourselves up for failure. So yeah, I get that.
What are your 5?
Well, I'm not dating right now, but if I was, hygiene.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
hygiene
one.
Is very important to me because I need someone who cares about their hygiene, like their oral health, their physical health, their their underarms, their breath, everything like that's important to me. I need someone who is financially stable. So you need to have your own bread. You need to be able to financially take care of yourself. I'm not taking care of no man. I need someone who is fit. Fitness is very important.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry. I will. Like, it's not my new thing. I don't think I ever dated somebody who was fat or like any like kind of thing. I always felt like I dated like someone who was like very fit. Like I like a fit man. I go to the gym 5 days a week, sometimes 6. It depends on how I had a bad day. I'll probably go 7 days a week. Yes, it's happening. But I do want someone to work out with. Like.
Yeah.
I think I missed it. Like, I missed that. Like, I'd be, like, trying to get my sister to come with me. I'm like, come on, please come to the gym with me.
Yeah.
But I definitely
live so far away.
I know. We didn't live so far away. I'm like, I know you will come.
I would.
Oh, my God. So, what? So, hygiene, stability, fit. Oh, honestly, height is not a big one for me.
No.
It's not.
And you're tall.
And I'm tall. So I'm 5'8". But, however, I be going to the gym and I be seeing those shorty hotties out there.
Oh, God. The short ones always want muscles. They're like, if I can't.
But they look so good. So, honestly.
They always are. But then.
Honestly, short man, I'm out here for you. And, like, I would love to be your queen.
This is where we do not see eye to eye.
I never did it before, but I think I was being little like, no.
I went through a tiny phase.
She did.
And they were all horrible men.
No.
Horrible men.
What was his name? That was the shortest. Alex.
Little shorty, bro. And he was like a pathological liar.
I mean, like, he came up to here.
He was tiny. And then the second one was, I don't even want to mention his name, but M. But they sat me down like an intervention, like, no, bro.
No, when I mean intervention, you guys, I mean my sister.
Yes.
Our best friend at the time.
Yeah.
We literally, I had people on voicemail. I was crying. I was like, I don't want to see you die. Like, this is my best friend since the 3rd grade.
I think my idea of shorter men, from my perspective, is that they overcompensate and then they don't feel secure. So when they get angry, it comes out. And
I think that is the stereotype.
If you love on them, maybe. But I'm evil.
That is the stereotype right there. Bring them here. I'm ready for that. Yeah. But anyways, also, so height doesn't matter. But I would definitely say someone in religions are very important to me. Like, we are Christians. I go to church. I read my scripture. Like, I'm trying to make myself better. And then the other one, I would say,
I don't think we've ever talked about this. You've always been married or in a relationship.
I know. I will definitely have to say alpha.
That's a good one.
I always talk about this. All my friends know. Honestly, like, I love being submissive to my man. I would love to be submissive to my man, but I need you to be an alpha because I think, don't come for me, guys, but I think what's happening in today's society is because men have stopped being alphas.
Oh, yeah.
And women have taken that role, and that's why we're having this imbalance. But I feel like if we start producing more alphas and they're like put in place, we will have more submissive women. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a little submissive. I get in my domestic stage where I really like, I'll be your homemaker. But I do like to be independent and make my own money. However, if my man's like, no, I'm making the money, I just need you to stay home and cook, make sure yes, I can do that. You want meals? I can do that. I'll make bread. It'll be great. Like, I am definitely one of those people, but like at the same time, you know, like I want someone to be able to pride. I want someone to put it down and just be saying, "Hey, this is how it is. This is how the house is raised," and I'm okay with that. I love a leader. So yeah, I guess those are my tops, and I hope like I will find him when I, you know, get out of my like my hermit stage. Like I don't think I'm there yet.
So do you think that you're waiting for everything to be finalized, or are you just ready for like internally to feel ready?
So everything is finalized. Like I'm remember I told you that's why I went out with my sister.
I wasn't invited, so that's why I can't remember.
No, she
spur of the moment.
No, it was really spur of the moment. Like I like signed my divorce papers on August. What was it? August?
Yeah, I do.
August 10th or something. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go out. So I went to a store. I bought a dress. I like did my makeup, and I was like, I got in my car to start driving. I was like, I'm gonna go out for myself. And my sister called me, and she was like, "What are you doing? Why are you all dressed up?" I said, "You know, I just got divorced today, and my divorce is final, so I'm gonna go out to myself. I'm gonna have a drink for myself. I'm just gonna kick it with myself." Like, and then she's like, "Come to my house. Let's go out together." So I went out, and I actually ran into a lot of people. That was like the first time I actually talked to guys, but I felt so awkward.
And that is our New Year goal, is to get out more. Not to go looking for dudes, but just to get out, be more social.
Yeah.
Try to let people know about our podcast.
Yeah.
And really get out in this world and see what Seattle has to offer and document it and bring it to the people. So,
yeah. So, I mean, well, you know, this is our first podcast and we are talking about relationships, and we're not going to stop there. We're going to definitely like touch other topics, especially right now in the world, because I feel like we live in a lot of uncertainties that are happening, especially with our economy and everything in general. But we want to keep it fun, keep it light. So, I mean, when you guys see us, follow us on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're getting all our platforms in order. It's at Raw Talk Media. And yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you our next episode.
Have a good day.
Bye.